Dude, you trying to get my jewelry? You want my things?
I want your chain, boy. I'm gonna take your chain.
It's like who we are, where we come from, and like, you know, why we think that like we're different.
I said, take me to Wrigley.
Go to Chicago!
We're going to Chicago. That's awesome. I love that.
Let's get into it, right?
I'm Nags Mania Devil. That's Tinsel Talk. Tell them what we got for them, homie.
The week-long fiesta of excess known as spring break.
Wall-to-wall sex.
Damn, this nymphomania.
Spring break was the wildest, man.
The kids were going crazy. I would just go for it.
Never miss MTV spring break. Never, never, never.
MTV and spring break have become synonymous.
Is anyone here who's not partying?
I couldn't believe the debauchery that I saw on spring break.
It's spring break. You can't obey the rules down here. Come on!
Half the stuff that really happens at spring break never airs. You never see it.
Yo, Nags Mania Devil here. Today we out on spring break. We gonna talk about all these bangers and all these reasons why we went to spring break. Tinsel Talk, tell them what's up.
Yo, what up, Nags Mania Devil? Welcome to part 2 of the spring break special. We down here in South Padre again, and today we're talking about MTV. This is the inspiration, people. You know, before we ever got our asses down on a beach, we watched the beach, okay? Because MTV, that was Coachella before Coachella even existed. These were the biggest parties in the world, and the whole world was watching, man. Nags, man,
These
kick
were
us off, man.
This was the reason I went to spring break. Because of these moments. We watched them from, essentially we saw them from like 94 and on. They happened in the 90s. That's why it's part of 90's Mania. Do you remember Eminem performing out there at spring break, bro?
Yeah, dude, his first song ever, like, this is 99, like, they say artists, you know, after they do so many concerts, like, it's always fun for us as fans, but they get old, like, as performances go. It's like, God, I performed the song 10,000 times. But this is like young Eminem, 1999. He had just dropped the Slim Shady LP, and he's like doing My Name Is, you know. And
hi, my name is what? My name is Slim Shady. I thought that was me. I know I was young and whatever, but at that point, I was like, yo, dude, I can be out there. He out there dancing with the finest chicks. He was out there, like, pretty much groping them. I don't know if that should be illegal nowadays, but yeah. Eminem was getting them.
And he was, too, because what happened was these spring break stages that they had, like, all the people were either down in, like, a pool or, like, a pit in the crowd, but they had a catwalk, you know, that they would run all the, like, hot girls and hot guys, you know, like, the best-looking people, they'd have them, like, do the runway. Well, he's performing the runway.
He was performing, and I think they were selling swimsuits. They were like, check out Pacific whatever. Check out this brand, Sonoma. Check out whatever it was.
The girls were just coming right by him, and he was a star. You know, he's the biggest guy on the charts at the time. So like, even though he was kind of walking up on him and like grabbing him and stuff, like I don't think they probably cared that much. You know, like he was.
They were grinding him back, you know. Like, I don't think it was too serious, but I'm just saying, like, the optics of it nowadays. Eminem out there doing what he wanted. He was a white boy. He just made it big. It was kind of like when he went to the VMAs and they were, like, asking him questions, and he's with Dr. Dre, and he's like, I'm too Hollywood now. I'm too Hollywood. He made it. They were like, you're going to spring break and you're performing. And Eminem was like, alright. And he just turned it into a party. His pants were falling down. He was stage diving. He's jumping into the crowd. Like, Eminem was a wild man when this went down. I don't know if people remember this, but I was like, oh, I'm doing that.
You couldn't wait to, like, you know, go, I don't know, do that kind of crazy shit, right? Like,
get down like that. I just thought it was pretty much a coming of age thing, and my parents were not letting me go until senior spring break. I know everyone goes to senior spring break and it's kind of like that thing, you know. But my parents were like, no, you can go on family spring breaks until then. And then when you do go, I want you to stay in the country that way because you're crazy, Nags. So stay in the country.
You are crazy, Nags. No,
I know your mom was the same way because I mean, our parents are sisters. I mean, they're on the same page of like going like where we were.
We've been getting in trouble since 6th grade. Like by the time they were gonna finally let us go, like have a drunken 18-year-old party trip, like they were probably worried sick. You know.
I think one of them dropped us off at the airport and one of them picked us up.
Yup, that is true. They both did their trip or their turn. And I'm glad you said that because for me as a kid, like I had like restrictions on certain TV shows I could watch, like, and as like a 10-year-old kid, I definitely wasn't watching MTV past like 9 p.m. because like that's some of the shit that like the Beavis and Butthead, like they had the raciest programs on TV. And we saw all kinds of like eye-opening things in these spring break specials. There was stuff that was just like, I probably got my first boner over some of it. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. There was.
I mean, they had whipped cream bikinis before there was whipped cream bikinis. Yeah. I mean, I know they were wearing bathing suits and whatever because they were trying to keep it somewhat, you know, like this is on TV, but they were still having whipped cream all over. And we were like, jeez, like, please, you're watching it, and it just looked like sheer chaos with like the most amazing fun that
anyone could have. Yeah. And the whipped cream, I think you're talking about one of like the biggest things at this spring break special that they would do. They had different segments. They had the grind. They had like MTV, like Beach House.
Singled out.
But Jerry Springer always had his own special. And his show was like notorious for like cat fights with women, where like a lot of times like
fight.
What'd you do?
I think they had sex.
Just don't touch me. Actually, I want to tell you something else, actually.
Oh, come on.
The other night, we hooked up again.
Jerry!
Just white trash in a bottle, man. Like, that was the best fucking TV show.
And they went on spring break. I mean, they went on spring break and they had, like, these two dudes, like, and this girl, like, hustled Jerry because they couldn't do their due diligence on the story to make sure it was real, you know?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you remember that?
Tell me like a little bit more about it. What was the dudes doing?
Okay, so there was a girl, you know, and it was like these two guys were friends. Okay. And I think you got money or something on Springer Broke is what they called it, I believe, right? And it was like if you were like a part of the show, you got money. So they went on there and made up some story like, yeah, she was sleeping with him and she was his girlfriend, and the two boys would go out there and they're like fighting and kind of like throwing down, but none of it was real. Later on, it came out in the paper that they just put this story together because they were broke college kids out on spring break and needed money.
But they weren't telling the truth.
Get your lies straight.
So generally, we always catch them. But on this show, there was no way MTV had the capacity. These people are just there on spring break, grabbing them out of a crowd. There's no way they can do a background check.
They made an announcement at a bar we were at in a grill for one night, and my girlfriend ran up to the bar and just to find out what the topic was, and she came running back, and it just kind of popped into our heads.
Yo, Nags Mania and Devil here. Today on Nags Shoe Arsenal, I'm gonna show you the Jordan 5 Fire Reds. Look at these motherfuckers. They got the Jordan logo on the tongue, got the Jordan logo on the bottom. They're so white, they're bright. Got the redness for the Chicago Bulls. He originally wore these in 1990 when he beat the shit out of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, he smoked them up, dropped 69 on them. Fuck a Buckeye, go blue, you know how I am. But I haven't worn these out. I got them. I wore them during the Last Dance show, and I figured I busted out since I was wearing the Toon Squad on spring break, you know. Show these bad boys. Like I said, 90s Mania. If you get some, keep them. Don't mess these up, because these things are fresh as a motherfucker. Definitely Nags approved. Peace. But I remember watching those shows on MTV, like I said, singled out, you know, in the grind. And I forget the other one. What was it called? The one with Carson Daly.
TRL?
TRL. Sorry, dude. Like, I know that's where it like started, you know. Like they were out there like doing TRL, and they're out there spring break, and Carson Daly was beast at that time.
I couldn't believe the debauchery that I saw at spring break.
It's spring break. You can't obey the rules down here. Come on!
Half the stuff that really happens at spring break never airs. You never see it.
Like, it was like...
DJs.
They weren't DJs, they were video jockeys, you know? So, like, the same way you would spin your set if you were DJing, like, they would spin the video countdown and be like, all right, here comes NSYNC, here comes Britney Spears, you know? And, like, everyone wanted to know who was number one on TRL. Like, that was like... I would come home even not the spring break specials and watch that on MTV just to see who was the top.
They were having like spring break on a cruise ship on our way to Cancun, and they were gonna like board up, load up on this ship.
Speaking of parties, MTV Spring Break 99 takes it to a whole new level from here in Cancun over in Jamaica, as well as cruising through the tropics on MTV's first ever cruise line.
In fact, our good friend Britney Spears is aboard the ship right now, having a spring break party of her own. Britney, what's going on?
What's up, girl?
Hey guys, I hope you're having fun in Cancun, but I have to confess, don't think anything can compare hanging out here on the SS Spring Break, wouldn't you guys say?
And then the ship became mayhem. Didn't like Tom Green like just run amok once he got on there?
Yeah, in the later 90s, Tom Green came along, and he loved to, like, you know, piss people off.
Well, when he showed up, I think everyone hated MTV. Because, like, I think the whole trip had been like, okay, now we're on this ship, right? And once they hit the Gulf of Mexico, I think it became, like, super rough, super chaotic. Everyone was falling over. Like, they were late to showing up to the performances at Cancun. Missed some of the top performers. And so when Tom Green showed up, all these people were rowdy. It's kind of like today's time, you know, with COVID and everything. Everyone's locked up. So as soon as something goes on, it's like party time. So Tom Green comes on and it's like, my bum is on the rail. My bum is on the fit.
2 in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Security.
Okay. Oh, okay. Can I pretend the garbage can's R2-D2 and rub my bum on it?
Would you please leave the area?
My bum is on the plant.
Okay.
My bum is on the plant. Look at me. My bum is on the plant.
Are you finished?
No, okay, Swedish, actually.
Okay.
My bum is on the rail. My bum is on the rail.
Okay. I know.
My bum is on, like, and that's where, like, Tom Green was out of his mind. They were kicking him off, and, like, security's like, come on, let's go. And he's like, my bum is on the rail. Don't touch me. My bum is on the garbage. Oh, my bum is on the, and that's where the my bum is came from, and that's even when Eminem made from it. My bum is on your,
my bum is on your lips, and if I'm lucky, you might just give it a little
kiss.
Oh, like, Tom Green was fucking stupid.
Tom Green was just kind of trying to be funny, you know, hopping in fountains, and he had the Tom Green show and whatever. But he was that wild man. You remember Pauly Shore, though. I mean, Pauly Shore had some of the most corny movies back in the 90s, but they were huge. And when he showed up to spring break, didn't he say, like, they were just, like, making it rain condoms off of, like, balconies? That's how much sex was really going on in spring break.
All right. Fact threat number 2. We recently had a fire in the castle. If you were helping us repair it, what tool would you like to work with and why?
I think I would like to be a screwdriver so I could bolt you to the bed.
I read that on GQ. For sure. Like, they sat down with Pauly Shore in the aftermath. This is when he was, like, older, done with the 90s, and just to, like, talk about, like, you know, being a part of spring break, and they were like, you know, was there really that much sex and, like, you know, hooking up going on? And he was like, dude, I remember being in my hotel room and seeing, like, condoms flying, like, past my balcony down to the pool. Like, people were just throwing them off the balconies. And, you know,
making them rain condoms.
We didn't see none of that on our spring break, but, like, it is such a wild time. Like, you see anybody in these videos, and like, it's what's on everybody's mind. It's like they all want to hook up.
Here we go. Raining on the rubbers, slipping in the lane. Wrap it up and toss it. Now this that rubber rain. Party in the hotel, I heard her say my name. Latex from the balcony. Now this that rubber rain. Come and get some high. My name is Tasty, yeah, that's right. I love it when she call me Big Papa. She knows just what I like. Springer break, fake fights, it's lit. Whipped cream on a little pink tits. Looks tasty, let me lick. Tasty freak gon' taste it, taste that shit. Singled out with Jenny. Carmen came and took her place. Soul searching on MTV, but we don't paint the face. Trojan horses crashing, poolside came down with a splash. We drunk and we out here smashing. Rubber rain, tell her bring that ass back, tell her bring that ass back.
Well, the first time I saw this shit, really, my brother, who was a little bit older than me, showed me Biggie Smalls out there performing on a little platform, you know? I was probably a Toon Squad at that time, little kid watching Looney Tunes. Got my Michael Jordan jersey on right now,
Hell
you know
yeah.
how we do.
Dude, that
got my Toon Squad
jersey's dope, bro. I got some shit just like it over here. I got my Jumpman. This here says, "What's up?" On the back it says, "Jock." And if I can get this down here, there's Bugs Bunny doing the Jumpman. But, yeah, bro, like, we got to throw it up, dude, for fucking Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes.
Are you kidding me? That's really a Looney Tunes shirt?
I'm dead ass, man. I got this, it's a Jumpman, like, Nike shirt, but it says, "What's up, Jock?" Not "What's up, Doc."
What? What? I mean, that's crazy. That's how we do. Anyway, we didn't plan that shit. That shit just happened. That's how you know we are. But I was that age when I first saw Biggie Smalls out there performing at Spring Break. And I saw what I wanted to attend as I got older. Obviously for the women. But I was like, holy smokes. My favorite rapper at that time was performing on a little, like, it was like a pad they built for him. It was like, a barrier that they built out in the middle of the lake, and they had a boat. Biggie Smalls. I don't know if you know how big Biggie Smalls is. He ain't small. He's big. And they had to put him out there, and he had to perform out there, and he ripped it up.
I know the video you're talking about, dude. It was 1995. MTV used to have the spring break special called The Grind, where they would do these live concerts. And Biggie, I think he was performing Big Papa. And I was just watching these guys, like all these kids there. They didn't know, like, his life was going to be short, man. They were so blessed. You know, we were probably 10 years old. Like, we would have never got to be a part of it. But, you know, props to them, because, like, to be on spring break and to have Biggie, like, do a concert for you, that's so fucking cool.
Notorious. I mean,
Yeah,
straight
dude.
up. I mean, like, just all that, like, party and chaos I wanted to attend. What do you remember about Singled Out? I remember Jenny McCarthy ran that show at the beginning. Like, she was out of this world. Hitting the dudes, smacking the dudes, talking raunchy to the dudes. Like, Jenny McCarthy was, like, one of the first blonde bombshells where I was just like, yeah, she's better than Pamela Anderson. Baywatch ain't got nothing on Jenny McCarthy.
And for those of you who don't know what Singled Out kind of was, like, basically, they did it
Yeah,
on
give
Spring
them
Break.
a rundown to Singled Out.
Yes.
Singled Out was on point.
They need to bring it back. And I heard that there is a plan at MTV to bring back some of these, like, 90s MTV shows. Yeah, every episode had a guy and a girl that had to, like, find love. And when they started the show, like, they would either start with the guy or the girl. They would take all these contestants
I'll make it worth
and
your
they
while.
would usher them in front of the person who was going to get matched up. And they'd be like, I like that one, and I like you, I like him, I like her, whatever. And they get it down to, like, 5. And then after they like kind of picked out like the 5 that they wanted to like talk to, it was categories to narrow it down.
What's it gonna
As you heard in the first episode on Turn the Knob Up, this is 90s Mania, that like we ripped it up hanging out together. I mean, we've been through a lot of shit together. As we go through this, we're realizing this.
The stories of spring break, they're coming. They're awesome. And I can't wait to like even do like a little recap show with some of our friends in week 4 where we like really rehash this with the guys. But you know, MTV made spring break what it was for us. Shout out to MTV. I hope you guys do bring back some of these specials because they were awesome.
Half the stuff that really happens in spring break never airs. We never see it.
So yeah, hell yeah, MTV Spring Break. This is great episode here, hanging out with you nags on 90s Mania. Hopefully this will get some people to go search on YouTube, check out some of the videos. You know, you can watch a lot of the things that we talked about today online. So, you know, go do that. And also follow us while you're on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Check out our Facebook page. We got a business page for Depot Park. And we love y'all, man. We're going to be back here next week on the beach again.